I'm on the Kress stand and I'm with Jim Kirkwood, who I first met, I think, this time last year when we were going gangbusters with what you were showing there, your new battery, 8-minute battery. And we're a year on from there now, and that battery's been put to some very good use, hasn't it, with what you've been producing since?
Yeah, we got lots of equipment out on test, whether it's landscapers or whether it's golf professionals. There's a lot of areas that we're focusing on. I guess here we're kind of focusing on that golf area, and certainly the robotic mowers and what we're trying to do here, how we apply our technology to suit what they need.
It's amazing. Robot mowers, 10 years ago probably, were very space age at the time, but they're becoming more acceptable now. What is it about the Kress robots that mark them out from the crowd?
I think the RTK technology, we have our own network of RTK signals, so we don't have to have a separate installation of an antenna per mower. But what we have here is kind of that whole piece where you remove the boundary wire. That's the key. RTK really fell into its own because you're removing the constraints of having a boundary wire. You're using the satellites, so mapping is much easier. How we apply the technology means we can cope with different zones, different cutting heights, different amount of areas. We can cope up to 9 acres now, so it's a big difference.
Now, you were saying earlier that it wasn't so much you wanted a mower to cut an entire hole, but you'll get people were coming to you and say, look, we want the mower to do a specific area, whether it be fairway, rough, or the areas right, whatever it would be. You tell me what it was you were looking for.
We're aware there's a lot of golf courses spend a lot of money on cutting grass, so they might want to use their fairway mowers for cutting the fairway, but the semi-rough, rough, some of the other areas where they might want to cut tees. There's all sorts of different areas where robotic mowers can even integrate itself in some of the most prestigious golf courses around the country.
And of course you can do it in the middle of the night. They don't need, is that some of your ones? They don't need headlights because there's nobody driving them.
We're all focused on cutting when there's nobody playing golf, so we've got this 14 hours a day during the cutting season, a little bit longer in winter. But yeah, cutting all night.
Now those batteries that we saw last year, you've done some work on those as well because you've got your new battery charging unit that you can take into the remote areas out into the field with you. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we've got lots of different things we can do, both with the mowers. So we're using some of that battery technology with the mowers where they now charge in 15 minutes and go back out. But also we've got some ability with the smaller batteries to take a small unit where you charge from a bigger backpack battery, small units up to 6 at a time. So you can do a lot more work remote around a course without having to take a large vehicle or a large charger.
Just finding once you've had the great idea to begin with regard to your wonderful battery, that you start to refine your thinking and more things come into play and you find that you're going down a particular route that you hadn't perhaps thought about initially.
We're constantly developing new technology, so I guess it's a mixture of things. Yeah, we're listening to the users, we're listening to what their needs are and what their wants are, but also developing as well in the background. So as we release, we've got more technology coming out this year, more tools releasing this year, and then there's more for 2025 and 2026, so it's constant.
Well, that's exciting. I'm already looking forward to standing here this time next year talking to you about what Kress have produced. So again, thanks very much for your time, Jim, and it's exciting watching the progress.
No problem at all. Thank you.
Okay.